about bringing in the foreign workers. I don't know how you prevent that, but I do know that a lot of the kids you talk to, they don't want to work for that wage. They want a higher wage. There is nothing wrong with jobs like that. They are probably the most important jobs in industry because it all starts with the customer service people at the hotels, cleaning, keeping them clean. I'm not sure how you can get people to pay more for those jobs. It's this idea, again, that South Dakotans work cheap. And how do we get by that and make people understand you can't live on minimum wage. Even if you have a fixed income, Social Security, retirement, you still have to get a second job, and if it's minimum wage, you probably still can't make it. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm not sure, but a lot of kids who refuse to work for the wage in there, and so the companies are forced to bring in those workers. You're going to have to, number one, what is this uranium mining? Is it going to bring in a lot of money? Where is it occurring? And number two, you can live about a week without food. You can only live about 3 days without good water. So you better have very strict restrictions, even if you're even going to let them in. If it was up to me, if there's even a chance that you're going to destroy our main water supply, forget it. I, for one, will be voting no on Initiated Measure 11, but this is, we had talked earlier about sex education in schools. If you look around this room at everybody that's in here, there is not a single one of us that believes in abortion. There probably are very few people who believe in abortion. But how many of you believe that by passing a law, this is like the second step. The first step, it got voted down. So then when they learned that, well, you know, we would probably support a bill if it had these exceptions in it, so they bring this bill back this year. Okay, this is step number 2. The next step is going to be they're going to try and force abortion to be outlawed. How many of you believe by outlawing abortion you're going to stop it? You're not going to stop it. If that was true, then nobody would be using drugs. They wouldn't be using marijuana or meth because it's illegal. Okay? So, instead of spending millions and millions of dollars bringing this issue back year after year on the ballot, why can't they take the money and improve the sex education in the high schools and teach kids how to be responsible? Use that money for sex education instead of bringing the same issue back again and again and again. Back to work law, does that pretty much deal with I can fire you for no reason whatsoever?
That's right.
I think it should be looked. I think it very well should be looked at, and I would be willing to look at it and work with it. What really gets me is that you can have somebody working and they're a good employee. If it's getting close to retirement time, I don't want to pay that full benefits. You're fired. That's not fair, and those workers need to be protected.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. First of all, again, my name is Gary Hargens, and I'm running for State Senate in 34. I want to thank you all for being here. When I ran for mayor, I had a real problem, and I still have a problem with elections where people vote early and they never have been to a forum. They know nothing about the candidate. They just recognize the name. So I really appreciate you being here to learn about all of us. I can't promise you that I'm going to go into Pierre and take the world by storm and solve all the problems that faces the state of South Dakota. All I can promise you is that I'm going to work very hard to represent all of you, no matter what your party affiliation is.